It sounded like your house burned down entirely. And what was it like for you to not be there for that process of cleanup and going through the ashes or going through what remained?
I had a lot of, I guess you could call it survivor's guilt because I was still an undergrad. So I at least had a place to sleep. I did have a lot of my things with me. I didn't have a lot of sentimental things. I left all of those at home. But, trying to relate to my family because they truly lost everything. And I had some minimal things down where I was, but not wanting to, I guess, justify my own grief. So I let them vent, I let them talk and process a lot, but it was really hard for me to admit that I had things and I had things that I lost there too. But also just the trauma of thinking your entire family is gone. I didn't want to put any of that on them because I didn't feel like me being distantly removed from it felt a lot safer to just keep my own struggles with me down in Southern California. So a lot of my friends and some of my professors knew what was going on, and I was very open. But I would get the videos and the pictures of things that they would find, and they're like, "Hey, is there anything you want us to try to look for?" And I just kept telling them, "No, there's nothing really. I think I have most of it here with me. So, just do what you need to do." And I put a pretty strong wall up just so I felt like if they didn't have to worry about me, that's just one less thing for them to worry about. And so they can do whatever they needed to do. And I would just kind of handle my own thing where I was. So
Well, I'm glad that you leaned into support down in California. When you look back on it now and you see how you put up a wall like that,
yeah, it
what do you think about that?
would be very interesting to see what the recovery process would have looked like if I had been a little bit more open. Because there was a point, my sisters were really, really struggling and justifiably so. And I felt like I couldn't quite relate. And there were a lot of fights that I didn't want to be involved in. And so it was easier for me to just let them push away or put up their own barriers. And I just kept the door open, at least for them. But I know there were definitely opportunities with my parents where they asked how I was doing and I think genuinely wanted to know. And I don't know what it would have looked like if they knew how hard I was struggling. I think it could have changed a lot of conversations that we had during that time. So I think there probably would have been better ways to still feel like I was protecting myself without burdening them or trying to make it this like, ooh, who's the most traumatized and turn it into a contest either.
Trauma Olympic?
Yeah, trauma Olympics. I don't think that that would have been helpful either. I wish I would have been more honest with my parents on how I was doing. But I think it would have been another opportunity for us to lean into each other a little bit more and give them the opportunity to really see me and where I was